Yo, 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 what up, gang? You might hear some cars and noises in the background because I'm walking back to the truck. But let's get into this combo right quick. So, right now, gang, fucking just hopped out the shower and shit, da-da-da. But I ain't gonna lie, even though I got proof of that truck, I'm still contemplating on, if I'm gonna get it. So it seems like a valid idea, but I keep coming back to my trading, bro, because this truck is basically for trading, right? But I'm having a good amount of money coming from this job. Where y'all hear me right now, I'm fucking walking, chilling. Today I even fucking fell asleep at 4 p.m., woke up at 7. Like, bro, I literally had all day today to myself type shit. Now I wasn't feeling the best, so I didn't do too much today, but I still did some shit. But for the most part, I had a lot of time today, and I'm having a lot of time almost every day to just focus on trading. And what I'm chasing here is basically time freedom, right? Time freedom so I can make more money with my time and then delegate it and not have to, spend so much time having to make money, right? Which is what the goal is. But in my head, I'm like, okay, if I purchase this truck, I'm kind of like stripping more time away from me than I have now, because this one is going to require more work. And why is it going to require more work? Because now I have an obligation to have to pay this truck and, an obligation to make more money than I was making at this job, because then it wouldn't make sense. Right? And don't get me wrong, the opportunity is there to make a little bit extra money, like $500 to maybe $2,000 extra a week. Maybe. I would say more or less like 1,000, maybe like 1,500 max, but we'll say maybe 2K. And I just want to make sure I'm making this right decision, though. That's the big one. Because what I do now is either going to help me or hinder me in becoming this successful trader. Now, I was sitting there, I was thinking, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to be able to have more money, okay. But, that's another thing, too, is like not getting stuck on the money aspect of things. Because the truth is, it is about the money, but it's not about the money. And why I say it's not about the money is because trading, you got to get the processes down right to be able to make the money out of it. Like, you're not just gonna fucking make the money off of trading without knowing what you're doing, you feel me? And that's where I'm at right now. So, but then also, family, like, I feel like, yeah, I got a little bit more expenses, but I'm gonna still make more money than I'm making now. and I'll be able to save up more money. But since my expenses now are a little bit higher, you know, I'm gonna have to. All right, so another thing too was, all right, I was like, if I save up for about 2 years, I will have enough money to trade, right? Or enough money to like fall back from having to work my 9 to 5 and just straight up trade. And that's true. And that's from this job. But then I also seen that, okay, if I do the same thing with my own truck, it's going to allow me 2 years versus that one's going to allow me 4 years. And you know another thing, nobody can give me the answer, bro. Like, this one's literally on me. This one's on me. But if I bought the truck, so y'all know I got this class I bought with Mamba, and there's another mentor in it that his name is Luca, and that's my mentor. And he does live trading, morning sessions, and he does also power hour. And, you know, he makes good money, so it's more or less like an investment. That's how I want to look at it, you know? Like, I put money in the account. I was thinking like $2,000, and then I risk $100 to make $200, right? And that's not a bad idea, right? Because now if I'm risking $100, let's say I put $5K and I'm risking $200 to make $400, I win 3 trades out of the week, out of 5 trades. And what's that? 4, 8, 1,200. I won, but then I lost $400. So I'm up $800 for the week. That $800 right there, 8, just 2 weeks of that will pay the truck note. So low key, that could turn that 2 years of only having money to trade into 4 years. And then I have my own space too. Which sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty good. I guess at the end of the day, family, it's like whatever situation you're in, you gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it work. So you gotta figure out how you can make it work. Like, I know that if I drive how I'm driving here, which is like, you know, regular, not doing the extreme shit, I could simply make an easy, I could simply make the amount of money I need to be able to afford the truck and still make the same money I'm making here, maybe either equal or a little bit more, depending on what kind of loads they give me. And y'all gonna laugh when y'all hear this. You know, I actually correlated the damn, that shit fire. It's a yellow Honda, shit beefy. But I correlated a truck. I was like watching like artists and how they spend like hundreds of $1,000s on chains, like 200,000 and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, like, this truck could just be like my chain type shit. Like, I got this semi truck and it's my chain. And another thing too is, guys, like, when we talk about psychology and trading, let's go back to psychology for a second. And that's another thing too. If I were to get this vehicle, psychologically speaking, I will feel good in a sense of, all right, I will feel as if I'm moving forward, or I'm doing something more than what I was doing. You feel me? Because I'm in a job And it's overstanding, you know, all of us, not all of us, but a lot of us listen to this work a 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. But in a sense of, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. The truck is still almost a 9 to 5. It's just a progression in, I know more of what I knew before to be able to take this challenge on, you know. And don't get me wrong, family, I know I would do well, and right now I could have been down there with my family chilling today if I wanted to. Right now I can't because they got me locked up over here having to fucking sit because of the clock, which over there they're not gonna bother me like that, and all that shit's on me, the fuel, if I get a load, if I'm not. So at the end of the day, I know it's not a bad idea to do it, but I also know that it's not a bad idea staying in the job either, right? Like I said, the truck allows me to do more than I'm doing now, because I'll be able to have my own space, do what I want with the truck, feel good that I have my own shit versus not having my own shit. And then also, yeah, it might be costly, but at the end of the day, bro, another thing too is like, you're gonna get this money back regardless. At some, you know what I'm saying? At some point, you know, the money, like, you gotta, to have it, like I was saying, to have an high ROI, so to have more money come in, you gotta risk more money. So if I don't put in more money so I can get more money, I'm not gonna get more money. It's like me trying to buy $150,000 house and flip it for $1 million. It's probably possible, but if I put in $500K, I could flip that for 1 to 2 over a few years. Versus if I try to put $125K and then flip that shit out of 1 to 5, then yeah, you know, I got a less likely chance that I'm gonna make $1 million off of the 125 than off the 500. So that being said, and it's not like this opportunity is off of the table here at this job. You know, I talked to him today and yesterday. He said, hey bro, you know, just let me know. Right? He was telling me, hey, I'll get you this truck, the truck that you want, that you're trying to buy. I'll get you that truck and you can drive it still here. But it's not only just about the truck. It's about the aura that's gonna come with the truck. So, you know, working hard to try to get this truck and failing so many times at getting it, fighting myself to get it, and really just the scarcity of not knowing how it would feel to actually have my own shit, right? I'm quick to spend money on things, but when it comes down to something that can be beneficial, I'm always like hesitant. And I guess on a business sense, I would prefer to be more hesitant in business than in leisure, because in the long run, that will make me much more data driven to make better decisions. But with that being said, family, y'all gonna keep getting updated, and I'm gonna keep letting y'all know what I end up doing. As of right now, I'm still heading towards it. And that's it. Other than that, family, peace of the earth, peace of the universe, peace of the gods, and peace of God, family. You know I'm gonna fuck with y'all the long way. But right now I'm looking up at the moon. It's a piece of the moon too. Whole lot of gang shit going on. Peace and love, family. Peace.